Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'd like to thank Mr. Hussain Dawood for accepting this invitation to be the keynote speaker for today's event. This is the first memorial, Dr. Hussain Murad Memorial Lecture Series, and I was thinking of who to invite. And then the first name that came to my mind, that was of Mr. Hussain Dawood. And the reason for that was that Dr. Hassan was a teacher of teachers, and Mr. Hussain Dawood was someone who he learned a lot from. So I wanted to take his perspective and his ideas, and wanted him to share his, thoughts with the audience, with the deans, with the directors, with the UMT family, community, our friends and family. And indeed, it was extremely enlightening to hear his thoughts, and he speaks with such poise and calm, and it's, even his voice is very soothing to the ears. And you can listen to his ideas, the way he talks, you can listen to it for hours. So once again, I take this opportunity to extend my profound thanks to our keynote speaker, Mr. Hussain Dawood. For us, his leadership at the Dawood Foundation, DH and Engro is a role model. These giant entities have left indelible marks upon the corporate sector of our country. We certainly benefited from the knowledge, experience, and remarkable leadership of Mr. Dawood. The relationship between Dr. Hassan and Mr. Dawood has historic roots. That Dr. Hassan, as I mentioned before, was deeply inspired by him, to the extent that he used to quote him in the workplace and often at our home. So we acknowledged that Dr. Hassan, he wasn't impressed with a lot of people, but Mr. Hussain Dawood was someone who he was greatly, greatly impressed by. So not only that, there's another reason why, I requested Mr. Hussain Dawood to be the inaugural speaker for the first memorial Dr. Hassan Murad lecture. So Dr. Hassan only worked at one place as a full-time employee in his life, and it was DH, and that was under Mr. Hussain Dawood's patronage and leadership. He was his only boss. That tells a lot about the relationship between Mr. Dawood and Dr. Hassan. A remarkable anecdote, I was remembering this a few days ago. Dr. Hassan told me that once his contract, his employment contract was about to finish, he requested Mr. Dawood, he told him that if you want, I will work for you for one additional month without any remuneration. Because during my stay at your organization, I may have sometimes not worked to my fullest potential, or I may not have delivered up to your expectations. So I will work with you for 1 month without any remuneration, just to make sure that you as my boss are satisfied. So this level of transparency, honesty, and God-fearing behavior is what we all need to adopt in our lives. Following in the footsteps of the great philanthropist, Mr. Dawood, Dr. Hassan thought of establishing an institute that developed effective leaders and competent managers in all walks of life, while ensuring the highest standards of quality. And even the idea for ILM, Dr. Hassan used to tell me that he got this idea while he was working at DH, and he thought, why not, create an institute that develops future leaders and people who are extremely competent. They have the skill, and they also have the knowledge. And he shared it with Mr. Hussain Dawood initially, and Mr. Hussain Dawood from the inception supported this idea, and later he also joined our board. Today, we see the results of his endeavor in UMT, which is now one of the leading universities in Pakistan, and through ILM Fund, which is now Pakistan's largest scholarship program that has granted about 5 billion rupees in scholarships to around 13,000 students from across Pakistan. Today's event is not a glorification of the founder of an institution. It is a day of remembrance in the name of a man who formulated our scholastic parentage. It is a day to pledge allegiance to his ideals, humility, empathy, intellectual growth, service, and patriotism. We resolve that we will continue to emulate his vision in our quest for knowledge and social betterment. Again, I thank Hussain Dawood for gracing the occasion. In the end, we pray for our beloved Dr. Hassan. May Allah bless his soul and grant him the highest station in paradise. May Allah grant us wisdom to emulate his character in our thoughts and actions. Pakistan Zindabad.